Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Finally, a senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and to all of our non binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. And remember, no matter who you are valid. Thumbs up for that. And it is indeed a brand new day. Wet and rainy, and it's it's late in the day. It's 20 minutes to 1 p.m. And it was 8:30 when I got out of bed this morning. I thought it was 7:30. It was 8:30. I didn't mind getting the extra rest, but I need to take my blood pressure medicine between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. So getting out of bed at 8:30 and then realizing how late I was, oops. So you're supposed to take your blood pressure med at the same time so you don't take it early and double up, or take it late with a gap. And I had a gap. Luckily, one of my ADD meds is a blood pressure med with a side label prescription of helps with some ADD symptoms. So I take that before I go to bed just in case something like this happens. So yeah, I didn't have my regular mega power blood pressure med in me, but I had something helping. Thumbs up for that. Hopefully your day has been good, but I have lost half my day just because I was taking things slow after that. I just ate food, watched videos, then I started washing up and getting dressed. So by the time I was all done, yeah, it was between 11 and 11:30. And so after that, I've been watching more video games. Watching more videos, playing more video games, but mostly watching videos. Thumbs up for that. Ooh, itchy nose. Ugh. Gotta love that. Yeah, the fun stuff that happens being an organic being. Now, yesterday I talked about how, and I saw a picture of a concrete, tiny concrete face of a building type thing, which hardly larger than the door frame, but it was built into dirt. And yeah, I talked about it yesterday. I couldn't remember if it was freestanding or built into the side of a hill. It was more built into the side of a hill, so it was concrete face, dirt mounds, hill behind it, and then just the black doorway leading into, light stuff, but leading into the darkness within, with the words free hugs. And I talked about how all the thought of Eshlial came to me. And Eshlial being a creature of sticks and dry bones, and they give the great hugs, just the absolute best hugs. And honestly and truly, they do. They just need a little bit of blood, but they give great hugs. And they like people, and they like to give hugs. And this morning, for whatever reason, I was continuing to think about the character and all that, and the situations. And for whatever reason, was this. I've posted it on the community tab. But for whatever reason, a small, quick poem popped into my head about the whole thing, which is Eshlial, of sticks and bones, thin, dry, stretched skin. Eshlial gives the very best hugs and needs only a tiny bit of blood. You'll hardly even miss it in return. And that's it. Good old Eshlial is a good guy. A creature made of sticks and bones and thin, dry, stretched skin. Very best hugs, though. Just needs a tiny. You hardly even miss it. You'd hardly even miss it at all. So thumbs up on that. But past that, I have just been trying to do my best and get around. Friday, I did pretty good walking around on my heel with the new orthotic devices in my shoes. Yesterday was not as great. I could only get from here to Walmart and back, and it wasn't as bad, anywhere near as bad as it's been, but it wasn't good. So I only went out once. Well, I need to go out again today, so I have to exercise. I have, because of my heel, not been able to exercise the way I need to. I've been putting on, it hasn't been a ton. I haven't gone from like 200 to 250 pounds. No, I've been at 215 and struggling with that for a while. I've meandered up to 220. I need to get out and exercising, so I'm going out and walking, but I don't know how far I can walk today. My heel has not felt bad, but I haven't gone out. And I'm going to go out for a walkies after I post this. I don't know why I'm looking over there and pointing at my monitor, since that's not anything but just a representation of what's happening. I yawned and hiccuped and all that all at the same time. My sincere apologies. Yay for being organic. But now that I can't even remember what I was talking about. Oh yes, my heel. So I'm going out exercising later today. God, I love being organic. And I do not know how far it'll be. And I'm sad because it's been raining a lot. It's still wet outside. So I don't know how much it's going to rain today or continue raining or what. But all of this rain makes it so difficult for me to walk on the trails and such that I want to walk on. The trails, dried, dead leaves, very wet, decay, slick. I don't really want to go walking on leaves right now with these boots. I need new ones, which I'm going to have to get this upcoming payday. So I'm going to get that done. But for right now, I don't want to risk taking a tumble on wet forest leaves on a trail because there is some substantial hills. I don't want to take a tumble. That would suck. So, even though I won't be going out on that part, I can't remember what else I was trying to bring up. But I'm going to be going out on just the rest of the regular walkies. And I don't know how far. Again, I remember now. The gravel roads that I like to walk on. There's two of the major ones that are real close to where I live. One of them just has a lot of divots, so there's a lot of pools as that fill as it rains. And so it gets harder and harder to walk because these fill up more and more and get closer and closer to the outside till you are walking on thin areas of dry land with pools to one side, pools to the other side, and you having to walk carefully in between so that you don't get soaked. But at least you can do that until it gets deep enough. The other one that's rough, and it's rough, is because it is a road that goes through a drainage field. And the drainage fields are literally that. For areas, they just have holes where areas drain in as it rains, so that areas collect water there in aquifer type areas rather than collecting in people's houses and stuff like that. The road actually dips down below the level of the drainage. which means if it gets wet enough, the road is below the level of the water, and there's nowhere to walk. When it gets deep enough, it is hard enough to get around, because the ground got soft because it was down at the level of, or below, again, the drainage area. So as it was used, all the soft stuff got splashed and dragged out, and it got deeper and deeper, and then further and further below that area. On the edge, where the level of the road used to be, it goes up. But then on either side, it goes back down into drainage areas. Hopefully you could see some of that. So there's the lip of this, the outer edges, and then where it dips down for the pool. So you gotta walk on this. And if it gets wet enough, there ain't no this to walk on anymore. There's just wet, because the level is raised up high enough. And when I'm walking on the sidewalks next to this drainage field, with the drainage ditch parts that open up onto it where the water comes in, it is pouring in. You can hear it just coming on into this big old drainage area. There's nowhere to walk at all in that part of the road. At least if it stops raining for part of a day, on the other part that's just the gravel road, that'll partially drain, because it's an actual road that gets used for public utility and stuff like that. So it's not a drainage area. It is just a road, utility road, behind a drainage area, but not in the drainage area itself. And so I at least get to walk on that one more. I just have to be careful. Yay. Checking my time over there. Past that, I have been thinking about, well, all of my creative setting stuff, with my cosmic horrors, with my multiverse, with the inside-outside Razor's Edge, with the cryptids, with all the various thoughts and thinking about all of the various of the cosmic horrors themselves. So, that's a good thing. It's a good thing. I'll have to talk more about the cosmic horrors again Wednesday. Oh, I can English. I was doing a pretty good job of Englishing up to that very moment. But boy, I lost control of my vocal cords pretty hard there. Anyway, though, I have been trying to think as best I can on all the various things. I've been working still on the solo RPG setting. I've been still working on various things about other places and settings. I mean, I've come up on sociological stuff that for the solo RPG setting still. Like I had mentioned that in the organic forest area, it's like the multiverse written small, and so you can find, even in areas that have been known and traversed and checked out and picked over for decades, will suddenly open up into something massive that wasn't there before. A section of the wall. Oh, look, a secret door, and it opens up into such. Or, like I was thinking, there's this one place that would be like the Harkite outpost. Harkite being an Orcani word that means something along the lines of forlorn. One of the many uses, just like in English, we don't just have one meaning for one word. You can have upwards of 5, 10, 15 meanings for the same set of syllables. Same thing happens here. One of the uses of the word would be forlorn. Which, doing all that, got me thinking of one of the ways that the Orcani would do things is have a lot of emotional attachment to naming of some things. And so instead of giving them, named after a person or a place, it's named after an emotion. Which is why forlorn, Harkite, is given its name. And then for the subcontinent that they came from originally, that is still part of Carthage. It was a differing place. It was a subcontinent of the Carthaginian continent. It's just that they weren't able to move into the main body of Carthage until fairly recently, about 1200 years ago. But they call that place one of the many words that means things like forlorn, not forlorn, but unloved and unworthy. So a lot of emotional attachment to places of note. So thumbs up on that. A good thing. Yay. And hey, for blatant engagement farming, if you could like, comment, share, subscribe, making sure to share, of course, only with people that you think would enjoy watching an old man yammer on for indeterminate lengths of times about mostly inane subjects in a possibly incomprehensible fashion. That'd be very cool. Thumbs up and thank you. And if you're a patron, you are beautiful and awesome people. I hope to have names back up here on the screen real soon, since I got my editing stuff up there. The only thing stopping me, and it's a big thing, is executive dysfunction. So hopefully I'll be able to push through that soon and get that back and done. So thumbs up for that. Here's the hoping. But until that time, you still know that you are beautiful and awesome when you look in the mirror. You help me out incredibly. Thank you so very much. And for everybody that leaves me a comment, you too are beautiful and awesome in your own way. I read every comment that YouTube shows me. I answer no. I thumbs up and heart every comment that YouTube allows me to. I answer as many as my nerve compression will let me, which isn't as many as I would like, but it is as many as I can do. So thumbs up, thank you. Greatly appreciated. Well, hokey smokes. I'm going to edit, render, upload, and then take care of myself in every way that I need to. And that's a good thing. I need to shower. I got to do laundry. Oh, there's more stuff I got to do. I just can't think of it at this moment. That was right off the top of my head. So thumbs up for that. Hopefully you can get done the things that you would like to get done. And if you can't, please do not beat yourself up. It does not help you get it done better next time. And you deserve better. And my sincere apology is the way I've been like that. It's not a slurring sound, but an extra sound when I've been talking with my lower plate not fitting greatly, and my upper plate not fitting greatly. But I can't talk well without them, so I'm sorry that it's not been as clear as I would like. But still, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very, very good thing. Now, again, no words of wisdom. I don't really have any wisdom. I'm just an old man. I used to be young. I used to know everything. I used to think I was immortal. Now I'm 62 years old. I understand that I don't know a bloody thing, and I'm comfortable with that. I don't like the fact that I'm going to kick off relatively soon, within next couple decades. I'm not thrilled by that. I have moments of very existential terror. But, without an ending, the beginning and the middle don't mean a thing. You take care.